Hello, hello, hello. Hello everyone, and I gotta say, I've only just realised that I have my mic on mute. Welcome to pre-season testing of ALR. I gotta say, I'm a week ahead of where I should be, to be honest, so goodness me then. And it's great to have you all along here tonight, and it is going to be a absolutely cracker of a show, I have no doubt about that. Right then, as Jonathan just said, good evening Sean. Hello Jonathan, I hope you're well tonight. Really good stuff indeed. And I've just had a message from someone asking if I'm streaming. Indeed I am then. So we've got 33 laps around here. So this is just pre-season, this is. And I think it's just kind of it's a day to really just get yourself really get your teeth into the mix of F1 2020. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed. It really is, isn't it? As I have also lost my tablet. So if you're watching on Facebook, I apologise. I cannot see what you're saying. Sam has just said, thank you for the stream. Indeed it is. And I don't think he means the stream by my living accommodation either. I think he means the stream as we are live here on YouTube then. And of course I hope you all enjoyed the ALR Pre Season promo, which was absolutely fantastic stuff. And look at that, I've got graphics. Wow, that's amazing. I'm really buzzed about that. Yeah, so you can see that was a bit of a that was some new graphics, that was. So yeah, calm down everyone. Anyway then, so yeah, we're on the formation lap and we've got 33 laps around here. They was just doing qualifying at the moment, and oh sorry, not qualifying, practice. And I've got to say, Emerson was in the 15s. The out and out lap record around here was actually set by Jochen back in season 1 in the Red Bull, which was a 17.0. So they're almost, the colour has been disqualified from session, they are almost 2 seconds quicker. We're going to be smashing the lap records this season, aren't we? Which means there's a lot more work on the admin team, isn't there? Oh dear, as a mistaken youth has mistakenly gone over the chicane there as well. I'm really interested to see. Oh dear, the Gooners inside a mistaken youth as well, which I'm not sure how that's working out. As Farf, of course, the admin of Bronze there is just having a good old look at. Well, it's just sorry, he's just commenting on the stream now. Good stuff indeed. Good, missed it. Shame you can't restart. Ha 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 ha. So anyway, we're on board move. Mistaken youth there in the Mercedes as well. We got 33 laps around here. Good stuff indeed. Then as Farf is demanding for a restart then. As Sam is the main man who's put them on here. So we're on board with Mumford. I'm loving the helmets, by the way. That's beautiful stuff indeed then. So we're going full of lights then, and we're waiting for them to go green here in Spain. And of course, this is the traditional place where we start our we do the pre-season testing, isn't it? And we are just waiting for those lights. We've got 33 laps around here. This is a non-championship race, I remind you. So let's see what we can do here. We are just waiting for those lights to go, and you can see there is the predictive pit stop strategy there. Mediums to hard tyres there, and oh, that's gone a bit too quick for me, and I can't read very well. So far as demanding a restart, well, we might have to demand something in a minute then, because we are waiting for these lights, and they are not coming on, I don't think. Or I am just here talking about 16 stationary cars then. As we are now hopefully we'll be getting going in just a few moments. And back on board with the pole sitter here then. As you can see then, we got we'll see 1 or 2 stops here, of course. One stop between 14 and 16. Otherwise we have a 2-stop strategy, which is I think it was soft medium, wasn't it really? Of course, remember back in 2013 I think it was, we had 5 pit stops. Just ridiculous amount of pit stoppage, isn't it? I think 5 pit stops is way too many. You should probably only I think 2 or 3 is perfect. It's really perfect, isn't it? And whilst we're on the law in proceedings, since I have, to be honest, I haven't even got me Discord up either. You can tell it's pre-season. I haven't even got me F1 t-shirt on either. So yeah, all I've got is me hair just quiffed back slightly. I need a haircut, to be honest. I look like a Wookiee, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully we're getting going in a minute. I'm not sure what's happened to these lights then. As this is pre-season test, and I think we have we prematurely tried to get going here, but it's not going too well, is it? It really isn't. And of course, let's take a. Well, this was meant to be, as we're on board with the beautiful AlphaTauri, of course, making their debut at Name this time next week. In as you can see, there's the predicted pit stop strategy again. Then 7 to 9. Then as there's that soft, medium, or 20 to 23. Then I'm loving that graphic, by the way. That is absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. Then as Bradfield needs to leave because he is the hold up, unfortunately. And so sorry, Bradfield, but you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Anyway, here we go then. As ALR Sammy has set the fast on the race. Fantastic stuff, Ben. We got 4, we got 5, and we are... Everyone's leaving, but now we are golden. It's mistaken you, Fed is Galway nicely. Then we got Gunnar as it was in second position, but we got a new guy of I have no idea how to say that name is Ozan, and he is going up the he's on the outside of Gunnar, and he is through and up in the first position. Eat the cookie. Remember, cookie in the final weekend of ALR was absolutely fantastic. It really was. That as just take a look. Then is a total piece has retired from the session. Then as he has gone straight away, and oh goodness me, that's a Toro Rosso in his Williams there, who's actually Toro Williams there, hasn't he? He's unfortunately dropped down the competition as well. Mistaken Youth is looking very good indeed then. Has got a lot of carnage going on there, because look at the background here as we got Forza Ferrari in the Forza Haas there. He's also left the session as well then. As oh dear, it's not going very well at all, is it, at the moment? We have also got Curly Red there, who is ghosted. There's a lot of ghosts out there at the moment. Everton's left the session as well then. As it's a pretty well, it's a pretty interesting start, isn't it? Ayrton has left the session as well. Everyone's leaving the session now, so it looks like I'm all alone. It's just me, myself, and I. I gotta say, I quite like that film. I think it's me, myself, and Irene, isn't it? With Jim Carrey in it. Love that stuff indeed. We've got a virtual safety car at the moment, and there was a lot of action, wasn't there? In the opening couple of laps. As I gotta say, one criticism at the moment is Toro Rosso has got a drive-through penalty, therefore speeding under the virtual safety car. That is not good at all, is it? As so it looks like I am all on my own. It looks like I'm commentating on ghost cars, don't I? But Mistake My Youth is still here. If I'm not very much mistaken, they come down the pitch. Right, look at that, there they are. And then we have the 2 Red Bull cars. That as Eat the Cookie as is had a problem there. It's obviously Toro Rosso there, who with the Schumacher helmet. I think that is the '94 helmet, if I'm not very much mistaken. I'm loving that. Really good stuff indeed. Then I hope they got more. I hope they got more graphics than just predicted pit stop strategy. I would like to see a bit other stuff in there as well. Maybe gaps between the cars or something like that. That'd be pretty nifty, wouldn't it? As Eat the Cookies left the session as well. We've had a lot of people who have left the session. Then I was like, oh my goodness me! Then I'm not sure what's happening here. It's an absolute mess here. It really is, isn't it? As I've had an invite. Okay then, as you can see, love it. I hope everyone enjoys my pink background, by the way. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? I would actually try and move it from the old tablet, but unfortunately I am tangled up. I look like Mickey Mouse there with both headsets on my forehead. But there we go then. Anyway, so hopefully we'll have a take 2, everyone. We like to get all these gremlins out, don't we, to start off, don't we? So yeah, not at all. And Farf's got his wish. Farf is in the session. Excellent stuff indeed then. But I'd like to hear your opinions actually on the game, on the Formula 1 2020 game so far. What do you guys think of it? Are you happy with it? Are you not happy with it? I know that Forza's not too impressed with it. What about everyone else though? I would like to hear your opinions really, because I quite like it personally. I like I just like the way the cars just stick to the track. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is. And let me quickly share the old stream, shall we, and just make sure that everyone in the Discord is just going to have a gander, I think. Of course, I enter on the official ALR channel, mainly because I don't want to put all our hard work into into jeopardy with my rustiness on the old commentary, and because I could be having a lot of I could be getting into a lot of mischief in this stream, as we've already seen a lot of mischief already, haven't we? As we've also got Alex Knowlesy also in there as well. Of course, he is he is our dear leader, isn't he? And so to speak. And we'll get going in just a few moments as well. And, I'm really annoyed. I don't know where I put my tablet actually. I thought I was already as well. That's absolutely appalling, isn't it? It really is. Yeah. Well. Oh dear. That's not good at all, is it? I had a tidy up as well the other day, so that's probably half the problem. I really shouldn't be I shouldn't be tidying up at all, should I? Hopefully, then we'll have another bash at this as well. Then I got to say, I quite like that predicted pit stop strategy. That was fantastic. It really was. That's really that really got me very excited. That did. Really good stuff indeed then. Right then, we are just waiting on a couple of drivers, and we'll have another crack at this then, another crack at the wet plan. Indeed then, as I think we'll be going back to Spain in just a few moments, if I'm not very much mistaken, and we'll go from there. I'm looking to see where I've put my tablet, because it's really bothering me. So oh gosh, I haven't seen it for such a long time. I have no idea where I've put it, to be honest. Hang on, let me see if I can move. I can't move, I'm all tangled up. Great. Okay, I am routed to the spot here, which is absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then. Let me, oh gosh. Anyway, yeah, so whilst we're just getting ready to get going then, as Gavin has just said, what's the crack, what's the crack, Ginge? I'm not going to repeat what he had said there, because of course, even though if it is on my channel, I know I'm sure that a lot of and there's a lot of very vintage swearing comes out of myself every now and again, especially when I'm in the war. But yeah, it's great to see Gunnar on the having a good old look to see what's going on in the pre-season. Of course, we see Gunnar right in the sharp end of the action just a minute ago, wasn't it? Good stuff indeed then. So we are now on Spain as well then, so we're getting ourselves ready to get going as well then. Whilst of course let's give you some season stats, shall we, from last season. Last season it was that was the most that in terms of the champion anyway. Granty won 9 races last season in 21 starts. In 21 starts there, he had 5 pole positions and he had 17 podiums in 21 races. Goodness gracious me! I don't think that is going to be that is not going to be broken anytime soon, is it? Sam has just asked who needs an invite. So if you need an invite, throw your hand up. Put your hands up for Detroit. A lovely city. But yeah, Granty, incredible stuff. 17 podiums last season. Brilliant stuff, wasn't it? We've got the season before. Let's compare this. Granty trebled his race wins actually from the season before. Season 2, he had 3 race wins. And he had 8 podiums and he had a pole position. Oh, sorry, I've had a Sunday roast, so I'm a little bloated here. But yeah, absolutely good stuff indeed. Grant only had 3 wins. Of course, Nigel, the first ever ALR champion, had 5 wins and 12 podiums. It was good stuff indeed then. Williams didn't match the formidable Red Bull team, did they, in the first season of ALR? Red Bull had 10 wins in that first season and 17 podiums, but Granty on his own has actually reached that tally. Incredible, isn't it? That just shows how formidable he was last season. Brilliant stuff indeed then. We have a new team this season, albeit they are from the ashes of the Toro Rosso team. They're basically the Toro Rosso team, but with a new livery on there. Of course, in my world, they are a new team. So there we go. But yeah, so Toro Rosso, they're making their debut in Australia in a week's time. Looking forward to that indeed then. We've been doing some research over the winter actually to see which is the best team in terms of ALR stats, and actually the best team to be in terms of wins is actually the Red Bull team. But of course, most of those wins actually came in the first season. They've got 11 race wins so far. Then we have McLaren, who have had 10 wins, and Williams, who had 9 wins as well. And I think all of them actually came from Granty. So good stuff indeed there. In terms of the most podiums from a single constructor, that is Toro Rosso with 23. Incredible stuff, isn't it? Brilliant from Toro Rosso. Of course, Toro Rosso won't be added to that, unfortunately, as they are no longer driving in ALR. We have also got the most pole positions is actually McLaren as well, with 9 to their name then. Good stuff indeed then. And I was just having a look at the admin chat there, and something just tickled me. In terms of the driver stats, of course, we will release some sometime in the near future. I've been promising Sam for months and months and months, but I will get them released eventually. Yeah, this is a great start. I like this one. In the field, of course, of full-time drivers, in terms of the best race finish, no one has actually finished lower than 8th, have got the best race position of 8th or higher. That's incredible, isn't it? And Tansy has had the best race finish of 8th, and then everyone else has had a 7th or above. Brilliant stuff indeed. It really is, isn't it? In terms of the overall stats of ALR, of course, it is Grant who's on top with 12 race wins there in his career. In 39 starts, he'll have his 40th race start come Australia in a week's time. Good stuff. This does not count as a race start, as well, because this is just a pre-season test, isn't it? Just to see what is occurring. But good stuff indeed that Jonathan Fick has the most pole positions. I believe he is in the session. He has 7, I believe. If I'm not very much mistaken, I can't see Jonathan on my list. Oh, there, no, he hasn't. He has 9 poles. So good stuff from Jonathan. 9 pole positions there to his name. Then the second one is actually Granty on 6. Then the most podiums actually is Nigel, our first ever champion. Of course, the season 1 champion back in 2008. It was indeed. So I couldn't get all the old stats as well. Gunner's got the fastest car. Goodness me, Gunner is flying down the pit straight as well, but he breaks a lot earlier, doesn't he? Because it's Jonathan Coxon who is the man then, and it was on pole position, so I keep flicking back through. Ayrton at the moment is bringing up the rear, but that's unfortunately because he's invalidated his time. We got Bradfield who is doing a good job, but Emerson, I gotta say, Emerson in the first quarter practice session that we was having a look at earlier on, it's absolutely stunning so far. He really is, isn't he? And he is just coming out of turn 6. Well, we're on board with Everson in the Renault. He's also a company man as well. Of course, he drives a Renault, doesn't he? It's his company car. So good stuff indeed there. Emerson, they're getting a bit laggy there. So he comes through into turn 9 as well. And oh my goodness me, I'm not sure if that was lag or a bit of oversteer there. Mumford is retired from the session then, so he will start 10th here tonight then. Going back to the to my lovely stats there as well. 25 podiums there for Nigel, but Granty on 24 then. Of course, and a lot of those came in last season, didn't they? Good stuff indeed then. So just on board with Emerson, but of course here's Jonathan Coxon with 9 pole positions to his name in his career of ALR. Then can he get a 10th one in Australia in the not too distant future? Of course, a lot of these drivers are driving in their official cars, and nice pole position there for Jonathan on a 15.643. Goodness me, it's a whisker away from Emerson. Oh, I'm loving this, isn't it? Half the field there, unfortunately, get a time in, and but of course, because this one-shot qualifying, it's all or nothing, isn't it? It's 4 beans for 1 lap and 1 lap only. But Jonathan there on pole position for this pre-season event, and lovely stuff indeed there from Jonathan. Oh, well, we actually had more than half. We had only 4 cars there getting pole position then. And of course, everyone is quicker than last season's pole position. It's incredible, isn't it? Goodness gracious me then. These cars are so quick. I think we're going to see a lot of lap records are going to be smashed this season. Of course, the lap records there from, I think that we got a lot of lap records from season 1 still in operation. While in Australia in a week's time, the lap record is actually set by Vesley, of course, who's now reserved for next season. He's done a 22.969. That might be smashed there. Of course, the qualifying pole position from last season was 20.5 by Jonathan. I think the all-time lap time pole position, the all-time record actually for a. Oh my goodness me! We got some rain there. Oh, I got more than rain. Goodness me! I think that we might have to call this thing off. Goodness gracious me! That's a lot of rain, isn't it? But no, the all-time quality record is actually a 19.807, and I think that's going to be smashed as well, which is said by Jacob as well. As Norris has left the session there, he doesn't want to get his hair wet, does he? He's a man that uses head and shoulders, doesn't he? So that's he has just left the session there, and I think he's going to leave these guys to it, isn't he? But so this is the so I'm really interested in this, of course. So this is pre-season testing, of course, for next season's curtain opener in Australia. Of course, it'll be gold first, then followed by silver, and then bronze on Tuesday as well. Then. And the as you can see, then we've got some tyre predictions there. Well, it's going to be, if you want to go 2-stop, then you can, but I think it's going to be a 1-stopper right until the end of this race. And we've got 33 laps around here, and you'll be going from there. So Farfus just asked me for an invite. I'm not far if you want an invite. You should just ask, my good man. I don't think Farf's in the session, is he? No, he he's left the session. Unfortunately, then it's unfortunate, which is unfortunate, isn't it? I think Knowles has left the session as well, hasn't he? He has in his Pink Panther. So, of course, if anyone, the race draw, the full draw is actually on the ALR YouTube channel, so that's really good stuff indeed. Then, of course, so if you want to see who is driving in which team, you can on the ALR channel as well. Of course, we've also got the promo video, which is which hit theaters or hit your screens, didn't it, earlier on today? Really good stuff indeed. There, a great way to really anticipate the start of the season as well. Is just taking a quick look at the graphics there. Toro Moroso is also not hot, nor is Ayrton either. So I think they've actually decided to just stay on the old start finish race. So we're on board there with Jonathan Coxon, who is driving the McLaren this season. Let's quickly go through the drivers, shall we? If you've not noticed about the drivers for the gold, which is of course Granty was drawn in the Williams once again. Then of course he has got Williams have 9 wins, and Granty is the most successful Williams driver, as he is the only man to win in the Williams in ALR. So good stuff indeed there for Granty, and absolutely fine stuff indeed. And he has to be the championship favourite going into the new season as well. Alongside him, of course, is a man who's just been promoted from silver. That is Lost Souls, and that is the Williams team. That's the defending constructors champions. Oh goodness me, then they're going to be absolutely difficult to catch, aren't they? As Farf is having all kinds of gremlins there, isn't he? I think he was trying to get him, but unfortunately he couldn't, could he? Which is such a shame now as well. So this is pre-season then, and I gotta say, this weather is actually quite keen to pre-season, isn't it? Because we've had snow and everything in pre-season in Spain in the past. Then 10 cars, then we're on lap 2 already, then, which is good. We're just waiting for the lights to go on then, of course. So we had a delay earlier on, didn't we? Let's see what we're going to do as well. So we're going to be back in action. Then we got 3 lights. There's the predicted strategy. We are go now. As you can see, look at a lot of jerks are going on here, isn't it? But Jonathan has got away nicely. So is Emerson. Emerson is also dropped out of position as well. Jonathan there. Oh, go cut in front of Toll Peace. And Emerson's on the inside. He takes the lead going into turn 1 there, side by side. Emerson is looking so strong. And that is, Jonathan is taking the lead there, but Emerson's on the inside. Goodness me. And oh gosh, and say that's not very PG, is it at all then? But everyone has got away well, apart from Nosey, who knows his scores himself. Oh, there's a car off in the background. I think it's Sam. It is Sam. Sam is off in the background in the Haas, and oh dear. I'm not sure if he got punched off there. He looked very delicate, to say the least, didn't it? Just Jonathan there, he look at me struggling with the car, isn't he? And they come out of turn 6 as well into 7, 8, and 9. It's a brilliant section of corners, isn't it? And this rain is absolutely torrential, isn't it? Jonathan leads out of turn 9, and so is Emerson second. Toll Pease in third position. Lovely stuff indeed there. Gunnar in fourth position as well. Mumford is looking fantastic, isn't he? Emerson's up the inside of Jonathan there. He's trying to go on the inside. They're rubbing wheels. Oh, and Jonathan has gone on the inside. We've got a virtual safety car as Sam is off the track there. He's damaged the Haas. And Gunnar's got a 5-second penalty there for a bit of coming together there. Mumford's up 7 positions. Mumford is fantastic, isn't he? What was I saying earlier? Mumford is looking pretty phenomenal on this game at the moment, isn't it? Jonathan's got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision there with Emerson as well. Unfortunately, I missed that. Sorry, I was switching my ear. Unfortunately, I missed that. So so that's unfortunate there, wasn't it? Anyway, then we're coming through into the pits there. Comes Emerson as well, as I think then he must have damaged his wing then on the back then. So Emerson in the pits then for the Renault team as well then, and a Total Pease has retired the car. It looks like he's actually retired on his own then, rather than actually binned it. Jonathan has got oh dear, and I'm not sure, as Knowlesy is leading this race apparently, and Bradfield is second. There's all sorts of shenanigans going on here at the moment, isn't there? Goodness me. But you can see that Jonathan there is leading this race still, as into the pits comes Sam as well. Total Pease has left the session. Emerson there coming out of the pits now then, and it is absolutely bucketing it down out there at the moment. Then into the pits there comes Sam, who is leading the race now. Fantastic stuff it is, isn't it? I wouldn't take that you wouldn't take that leader chart as gospel though. So he's in the pits, and look at that torrential rain, and lovely shot of the Haas team as they go to work there. He's also putting on soft tyres by the looks of that. I don't think that's right. Let me quickly get up the Oda tyre starting. No, it isn't. It's the medium compound tyres there for Sam. He is rolling the dice then. Oh goodness me then. As he feels that there's a dry line appearing. I can't see that dry line, but goodness me, there he might have 20/20 vision. Just take a look then. There's Bradfield and as Ayrton is battling away. Ayrton, a bronze driver. We're on board there with Bradfield as well, of course, who is I think a bronze driver as well, isn't he? So these two are going to be very in close company in the season ahead. And look at this, he's going up the inside into the Mickey Mouse chicane. There's contact, and Bradfield has gone around then in the AlphaTauri. Of course, AlphaTauri there will be for the first time in the ALR history. AlphaTauri will be taken to the track then. Mumford is set the fastest of the race. Jonathan is in the pits and as he is so to drive through penalty. Mumford there showing his showing the promise, isn't he, in pre-season so far. I'm looking forward to see what Mumford can do. Remember, he was a part of the Mercedes team that finished second in the constructors last season. He finished I think Mumford finished in the Drivers' Championship last season. Mumford had a okay season, didn't he? He finished 12th in the end. I reckon that he surely should be at least aiming for the top 10, maybe more, because that pace that he's got, it's absolutely phenomenal. It really is, isn't it? Sorry, my headset keeps falling off, and I might need to get a smaller head. Yeah. So Mumford there is absolutely phenomenal in the in the practice, isn't it? So Sam is saying this game is broken. As you can see, then there's a bit of opposite lock there, isn't it, from Mumford? Mumford has almost got he has got a 2-second gap then over Gunnar. That's got to say, this man is looking phenomenal, isn't he? Look at this, as Gunnar there is trying to catch up there. That's Tormar Russell there, who's in the wall. He's in the wall. Jonathan's got a 3-second penalty, as well as Ayrton is moving. Lovely shot here from the Mercedes driver there. Of course, Ayrton, who was a part of Racing Point, is now a part of the Mercedes family. Good stuff indeed then. As it's Ayrton there. Goodness me, he's a drift king, isn't he? Wow, get on the power. And Tormar Russell are giving a nudge there. It's dear then. And Sam's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pits again. He's had a bit of a nightmare out there, isn't he? He is out of the race then. So we've got 33 laps to go then around here. We're down to 8 cars ready. I gotta say, Mumford is a masterclass, isn't he? He's in a class of one. I gotta say, if you think about the odds going into Australia now, let's just talk about Australia, shall we? Because I think that this is a perfect opportunity to talk about the season in general as well, isn't it? Of course, the season calendar, we are going back to the official Formula 1 calendar, aren't we? Mumford there on a bit of a problem there, isn't he? And he is just trying to counter that half spin then. ALR is going back then. Who's that? Sam just come out of the pits then. Tormar Russell's off the track. That's a huge smash that is on the outside of turn 3 in the Williams there. That's Tormar by Williams there, who is he's a Hamilton crash there, didn't he? Went down a blowout in 2010, and I don't think it might have been a blowout as such, but goodness me then, it wasn't good at all, was it? From a Tormar Russell's point of view, we're down to 7 and we got a full safety car here, and Mumford is going to be very disappointed at the moment, but goodness me, then Mumford has been an absolutely fine addition, hasn't he, to the Alfa Romeo team. Him, of course, is partnered by the full debutant of Milan there. Really looking forward to seeing what Milan can do in the second Alfa Romeo. Really good stuff indeed there. He was a part of the Super Cup, wasn't he? A part of the Constructor Super Cup, wasn't he? Which was a fine success, if you ask me. Really good something there. Really showed them how you need to work together, don't you? So Milan there, of course, he's driving the Alfa Romeo next season as well. Of course, he showed flashes of speed as well, didn't he? Milan did. And Mumford on this game so far has really come out of the blocks very hot indeed, hasn't he? And so at the moment it's migrating the host centres. I think Sam has decided to call it a day. He has called it a day, and he has left the session then as well then. So Mumford coming in the pits then, and I'm not sure if this is a wise strategy for Mumford. I love the helmet, by the way. That's a beautiful helmet, isn't it? And a drive-through penalty there for Jonathan there for speeding under a safety car, and also for Bradfield as well. I think that there's a lot of drive-through penalties there. Remember then that this is put on a new set of wet tyres there for Mumford, and he is back out now. I'm not sure how worth it was to come in the pits then, but I am not a racer. I am just a man who talks nonsense. As he comes out of the pits now, Mumford Mumford does in 4th position. And behind Knowlesy, who's become a ghost of his former self, indeed, hasn't he? Ayrton's retired from 2nd. Oh, goodness me. Has he gone to the back of Gunnar? I'm not sure, but he is... Oh, no, that's a very unusual place at Ayrton. Oh, and that's also wing damage as well. And, oh, gosh. So, yeah, this is a very entertaining pre-season race, isn't it? Goodness me, then. I gotta say, let's start the race. Let's start the season now. Wow! And look at this. Are the most experienced driver in ALR history, or he wasn't he? Up until the very last stage of the season. Of course, Nigel now has 48 race starts with Dan Murphy on 47. I think Gunnar's got 46, hasn't he, or something like that. They're just taking a quick look as I lean forward. Then as I'm a little out of practice here, so bear with me. No, Gunnar has 47 starts as well then. So it's Ayrton's after session there. Obviously disappointment there for Ayrton. And as Sam saying, it pitted and putting me on medium tires there. I gotta say, Sam, I thought that you spotted a gap in the rain there. That was thrown on this set of medium tires, as you've seen a dry patch then. So we're just watching Gunnar at the moment. And so Gunnar then is currently in the race at the moment. Of course, said he is a part of bronze, isn't he, for next season? So good stuff indeed there from Gunnar, isn't he? And I gotta say, Mumford is looking fantastic, isn't he? I'm really big props to Mumford. I think Emerson's looking pretty hot as well, straight off the bat as well. Of course, and Australia, he tends to go well at this. Emerson does. Remember, he had a start line glitch, didn't he, last season? When we was I think it was round 7, wasn't it, last season for Australia? Of course, we're back to the official calendar, as I was just saying before. I got really interrupted by Bernd Mylander, but sorry. Oh gosh, I'm already sweaty. We've done 6 laps here. I've only been on air for 32 minutes. Gosh, I can't wait for the gym to open back up because I can go in there and buy my favourite chocolate bar. That's about it. That's all I use the gym for, really. But there we go. But so as Gunnar is current fast moment. Yes, we are going back then to the official Formula 1 calendar. And we did have the random calendar last year, which I suppose was good on paper, wasn't it? Really, but I do prefer the. I'd rather have the official calendar in order because I'm a bit of a big old nerd, really. But that's the main reason why. I think it was a good idea to shake it up, wasn't it? But I feel that I think the official calendar is so much better, isn't it? And you can see, look at the rain absolutely pouring down here in Spain at the moment in time then. But going back to Australia, so Emerson then was fantastic in Australia last season, wasn't he? Really good stuff indeed then. Unfortunately, had a start line glitch, didn't he? And because of that really caused some issues, didn't it? But he came back through the field, fought through the field, and it took the victory there for Emerson there. Of course, Granty, that was one of his few races where he didn't finish on the podium. He only didn't finish on the podium 4 races last season for Granty. That is astonishing, isn't it? It really is. As the safety car is in this lap, and he is safety car. Oh, there he is. I couldn't see him there because it's so dull out there, isn't it? Because of the light is so dull indeed. I can hardly see what's going on there. Gunnar is in the factor safety car. Knowlesy is second at the moment there. Knowlesy is not going to let up, is he? There's a break there. Might be a let up in the weather here as well. Mumford, who I gotta say might be the most improved driver of this very short time on F1 2019. Sorry, 2020, I should say. As he is, I think I gotta say, Mumford. I'm really looking forward to see what Mumford do. Remember, the beginning of last season, Farf was the class of the field, wasn't he? On F1 2019, he really was there. Gunnar has gone. Gunnar has dropped the hammer down. Knowlesy is causing all kinds of problems there in the back. Jonathan is in the pits, and we're back green. And Bernd Mylander is parked his safety car, and now we're back racing there as well. And now we got Emerson who is going through, and Emerson is blasted past Mumford and up into second position there. And Knowlesy there having to take evasive action as well. Emerson is back up in the second position then. Of course, so he flies through. We've only got 6 cars left in this race, and Jonathan is in the pits, and he is coming out of the pits. Oh, he is still on the wet weather tyres then. Gunnar's 2-second gap then has gone completely down, and it's down to 7/10 of a second then. And that's about it, isn't it? So we've got some more communicating with the online services there. Lovely stuff indeed, Jonathan. And remember that gap, Jonathan, 18.9 seconds back then. Jonathan, who's on pole position for qualifying, and in terms of that 1 lap speed, he has not lost it at all. I see you, Jonathan. I said Bradfield in the Alpha Tauri is back up in the 4th position. Lovely stuff indeed there. Gunnar's having a look there. Sorry, no, it's Emerson who's really all over the gearbox there. Gunnar's like, come over turn 9 as well then. So the rain let up a bit. I think it's not as heavy as it was, is it? But I think it's still full wet tyres, just like yesterday. And look at Mumford there, all over the back of Emerson then, and Emerson's all over the back of Gunnar as well. Lap 7 out of 33 then around here. We are doing a full ALR race distance. Of course, that's 50% of the actual Formula 1 Grand Prix distance as well, isn't it? Of course, it's usually 66 laps around here. It's only 33 tonight then, as they're coming into the Mickey Mouse chicane now then. And Jonathan's already 17 seconds away from Knowlesy at the moment. And now they're coming through the complete lap 7 as well then. No DRS then. Of course, Urs has changed this season as well. And it's a bit like the Curves boost, isn't it? If anyone remembers the button that you have to press back on the 2010 and 2011 games, I think it was, wasn't it? 2012 and 2013 as well, I think, where you have to push in the button, didn't you? And it was a battery pack. Well, this time as well, it's very much like an overtake button, isn't it? Push to pass the button like you have in IndyCar. And Jonathan is back in the pits again. He's having a nightmare race at the moment. This is Jonathan in the pits on another 5-second penalty as well. But of course, this is a good opportunity there to really home your racecraft, isn't it? Jonathan's out of the session as well, and so we're down to 5 then. Gunnar and Emerson's got on the inside there, but Gunnar there just showing the rear wheel, and that's about it then. Goodness me, Gunnar's not going to let up at this stage, is it? Remember, it's only pre-season, but it's all about practicing your racecraft, your strategy as well. Gunnar's gone! Gunnar's in the wall, and of course the racing, and he's damaged the Red Bull. Of course, Gunnar is driving the Red Bull this season as well. And in terms of the category 1 there for ALR, Red Bull are the most successful team in terms of race wins, aren't they? I think that might be broken this year though. Well, it could be broken, maybe. So Emerson there. And Mumford takes the lead then of the pre-season Spanish Grand Prix. Look left. There's Emerson on the outside, then Mumford's on the inside. He's got to go. Is he? Oh, goodness me, they're going into the chicane. It's it's a Mumford there having to get a bit of opposite armful of rock there, isn't it? We're down to 5 cars there. Well, actually down to 4 because Knowlesy is also exited stage left as well. We have lost, so we're down to 4 cars here. As a Mumford there really putting the hammer down, isn't it? In the AlphaTauri. The Alfa Romeo. I'm going to be saying that an awful lot this season, isn't I? Where I'm just going to be I'm just going to be saying the AlphaTauri and the Alfa Romeo quite a lot into the pits, because Bradfield and also Gunnar in the pits. Well, we've seen Gunnar's adventure, unfortunately, as you can see, coming through, turn free as well. The rain is starting to let up. And talking of rain, Jonathan saying, hate the rain, still as rubbish as it was in 2019 then. Of course, rain is very much, if you have a feel, isn't it, the rain? And as you can see, we'll talk about the rain in a minute. And you've seen that when he's on board there with Mumford, you've seen his steering wheel go light up green now, like a Christmas tree. Of course, that was when he had the overtake on, wasn't it? You can see there it is again, that he's pushed on there, taking it off and on the straight set. So Mumford is really pushing on. He's got a 3-second penalty, Mumford has. I got to say, big props to Mumford. He's looking fantastic, isn't he? I'm looking forward to this indeed then. I remember Emerson, a championship contender right out for the last 2 seasons. In the final race, he took it down to in the season 2, and in season 3 as well, he took it down to the second to last race before unfortunately having to admit defeat, didn't he? As Grant became a 2-time world champion, didn't he? But yeah, going back to Jonathan's comment there as well, then it was, of course, the rain there is very difficult, isn't it? I doubt a lot of these drivers practice in the wet too often, do they? It's like real world, isn't it, really? Wherever you either have a knack for it or you don't you really? It's a Mumford pushing too hard, and that's a smash! Oh my goodness me! Oh my gosh! We're gonna have to get the medical car out. That is a huge smash there for Mumford. He's ripped off both left parts of the car there. Oh gosh, and oh dear, I haven't seen a car flip upside down in a long time. Look, oh my goodness gracious me. And if that's only a virtual safety car, well, goodness me, call me the Grinch. That's absolutely incredible stuff. Mumford there is out of the race. That is one of the biggest smashes you'll ever see on a Formula 1 game, and unfortunately it's happening pre-season testing. Then hopefully they'll put pay to Mumford season then, as he's going to be a big factor in the season to come. I have no doubt about that. And my goodness me, that was a smash and a half, wasn't it? Well, anyway, we got virtual safety car. Mumford's left for session there, absolutely disgruntled by that, isn't it? I think it's oh gosh, now we got communicating with the online services here. Throughout today, it's also about making sure that I am all ready and prepped for the season as well. And at the moment, I'm really not, because I've got cramp in my left leg and it bloody hurts. As Emma says, Emerson now, it's got a 19-second lead there over Knowlesy in second position. Then Bradfield in third position. We got Gunnar in fourth position there, who was wandering to the side of the side of the track there, wasn't he? We've only got 3 cars left in this session. I have a feeling that this race will not be run its course. I don't think, or if so, I'm gonna have to give you some really boring facts about Formula 1 as a whole. That I gotta say, I'm so glad that the real world of Formula 1 is back, isn't it? Because it's absolutely good stuff indeed, isn't it? Of course, we had the first ever Styrian Grand Prix earlier on, didn't we? Wasn't as great as the Austrian Grand Prix, was it? But I gotta say, I still enjoyed it. It's just great to see actual Formula 1 cars out there, isn't it? It really has helped definitely helped me tenfold, really, as I was really missing the real part of motorsport. As we're on board with Emerson, as he is testing his cars to limit it. I wonder if this might be the first time that Emerson might be doing a Grand Prix distance, and we'll find out. He's probably had a lot of Grand Prix distances. Bradfield has also left the session as well. Remember that, as I said, then this is just about pre-season. This is just to test the cars as well. So the only guys left in this session is actually Emerson and Gunnar at the moment, isn't it? So we've only got 2 cars left, Ben. I think that the weather really hasn't helped, has it? Really, in terms of some smashes. But I got to say, Mumford, I'm going to clip that. I think that we have found something. We had an incredible race, incredible crash there from Mumford. Goodness me, there he caught in a big old way. Damon Hill crashed there back in '96, didn't he? But it wasn't as epic as that, was it? Gosh, that was quite scary, wasn't it? I think one of the Simtex crashed there quite heavily as well. I think it was, wasn't it Andrea Montermini, wasn't it? In '94, I think it was, possibly. I think it was anyway. I quite like the new nose of the Renault as well. Of course, Renault today they had a really strong start to the race, didn't they? But unfortunately, Ocon retired from the race with heating problems. I think it was, and Ricciardo really lost pace in the second part of the race as well, didn't he? But overall, I think hopefully Renault there, as Emerson sets a fast out the race there. Good stuff did that from Emerson, so coming down the back straight as well. I'm talking about Emerson's championship challenge then. Of course, he does have an Achilles heel where the French Grand Prix circuit, Paul Ricard probably isn't his favourite flavour, is it, of circuit? As unfortunately he didn't. It was probably a race where he probably would rather have got out of the way earlier on in the session, earlier on in the season, wouldn't he, really? But nonetheless, unfortunately, we've all got to do 21 races. Well, it's 22 this season, is the longest season ever in ALR history. We had an 18-round season back in season 1, then season 2 and 3. We've had 21 races. Now in season 4, of course, we have 22 races as well. And if anyone's seen the promo video earlier, I suggest you go back and watch it on YouTube. There, of course, like, share, and subscribe. I think we're on 201 subs now. Only fantastic stuff indeed. Then I think a lot of that was to do with the Constructors Cup. It really was fantastic viewing. It really good stuff indeed. Then Emerson there is on lap 12 at the moment. Then so it might become the Emerson show here. As he's only one or 2 left of this season session as well. So. It might be a good opportunity actually, just to have a quick season preview, really, as well, isn't it? Of course, then let's quickly go through, shall we? The runners and riders. We will be doing this, so of course, in the start to next season's event as well. Sorry, next Sunday, I should say, where we begin ALR officially as well. Then, of course, tonight was just about to see where they were against each other, the running order as well. And I don't think a lot of these drivers showed their full potential. I highly doubt indeed that, of course, Emerson there, I think he's got a lot more left in the bag anyway. We're on board Emerson there. Lovely stuff indeed that. He has to be a championship favourite, doesn't he? Let's take a look at the runners and riders. This season is going to be fantastic. Talking about the Williams team first then, and in the Williams team we have the double world champion. For the first time in ALR history, we have a dual champion on the grid, and that is Granty. I think he's the undisputed king of Formula 1 1 2019. He is he is the only man to be crowned champion of ALR in Formula 1 2019, wasn't he? Of course, he won it in season 2 and 3. Season 2, he had 3 wins, 1 pole, and 8 podiums. And then in his third season, my goodness me, this is Grant's second season. Of course, he'll be starting his third season with us, actually. So Grant has been he's becoming an ALR veteran now, isn't he? Good stuff indeed there. But Granty there has had 9 race wins last season. He had 5 poles and 17 podiums there. Good stuff indeed there for Granty. Really well done. And his teammate is Lost Souls there, who finished who had a very good season in silver, didn't he? He had a couple of wins. I think he had 3 wins, didn't he? Lost Souls did. He had a couple of pole positions as well, as Emerson sets another fast out of the race there. He's really putting his toe down, isn't he? As we're coming to the end of this we're not even half distance yet, goodness me. As now we're coming down into turn 1 and 2. It's Total Peace has just asked, where am I streaming it from? I'm on my channel because of course we didn't want to stream it on ALR just yet, because it's more of a testing bed to make sure that it all works. Going through our new it's Emerson there. So a bit of oversteer moment there, and dipped his front right part of the car on the grass there. So that might have been a scary moment there indeed. Then from Emerson. Then indeed, then as I quickly answer Total Peace, I think I might have been I think I'm a bit a day late and a dollar short, possibly. As just taking a look back on board of Emerson Monan. Anyway, then we've just taking a quick look to see who's doing what then as well. Then, so yeah, to be honest, anyway, carrying on then. But I think that overall, then I'm really looking forward to the season. It's going to be fantastic. It really is, isn't it? I'm back on board. Emerson has got a 47-second lead then over Nolte in second position. Gunnar is in third position. He's the other man that he is in bronze next season. We're talking about gold first, then. So I got I'd say I've got I've got 20 laps on to get this stuff through, haven't I? I've got more than enough time, haven't I, to just chat absolute nonsense. But so that's the Williams team. Of course, Lost Soul is coming out from silver then. Really interesting indeed. That next team up is of course if you want a visual representation of the draw, I suggest you go to the ALR the ALR channel, I should say. Where Nolsey presented the wheel of fortune, wasn't it really? And of course that's how all the drivers were drawn. Then next team up is the Mercedes team. Of course, we're going in the order of the constructors and how they have finished last season. Of course, the Williams there were the constructors champions. Second in the constructors was the Mercedes team, and in the Mercedes team is the first ever. As Emerson's retired for the session there, so I've been waffling away then, and the only one left in this session is of course Gunnar then as well then. And now we're migrating the host set, and I think that might be the end of this then. As Gunnar is the only man left in the session. I gotta say, I think as everyone is now coming to view the stream as well. So as I think Gunnar's the start of the show now, isn't he? Of course, as I said, 47 race starts in ALR history. He is the second most experienced driver. Has been driving since season 1 of Bahrain onwards. He's been ever present, hasn't he? And then he did join a bronze, didn't he, on Tuesday nights there. I think he did a good job for the Ferrari team in bronze, didn't he? I think that he had a very good strong start to the season, and then it did tail off towards the end there, but I think I'm expecting good things from Gunnar this season, and if he keeps on the straight and narrow, which he's doing tonight, well, he is the last man standing, so to speak, isn't he? And it might be about survival of the fittest then, and Gunnar might be one of the fittest men out there. Anyway, going back to the driver and team lineup then. Of course, so in the Mercedes team, we have the first ever ALR champion, that is Nigel. Of course, he has the most points. He has scored the most points in ALR history. He has 603 points to his name so far. Good stuff indeed there from Nigel. Alhan, another man who's moving up there from the bronze category. He finished third in bronze last season, didn't he, with a race win back in Abu Dhabi for Alhan. He is a very consistent driver, and I got to say the Merc team, while both Williams and Mercedes are looking very strong once again, I'd say keep them in mind about who's going to be winning the constructors. Are they even Drew? But of course, there's going to be a clear number 1 and 2 in those teams. I can't say there will be, to be honest, because I can't see Lost Souls I can't see Lost Souls helping Grant, and I can't see Grant helping Lost Souls out either. being the champion, of course. So good stuff indeed then. As we got a pit window is open. Oh, I love that as well. Oh, I love these graphics. They're amazing, aren't they? Talking of amazing, Gunnar is now within a second of Nosey. Good stuff indeed then. We're on lap 16 out of 33 then. And Nosey has been limping along there because he hasn't got as much pace as Gunnar has at this stage of proceedings. And now then he is coming up then, and look at this then. And Nosey, is he going to have an answer? Gunnar there, good on the outside. Oh, wow. What a move there for Gunnar. He wants overtaken the season, and he might have got it in pre-season. Absolutely stellar stuff there from the Irishman. Really well done indeed then. So Gunnar has had the pace there. Now he can just take off there and leave Nosey to it, because Nosey can't hold a candle to the Irishman at the moment. Brilliant stuff indeed then, as he comes out of 6 and 7 as well. Oh, I thought he lost the car there, and the rain is getting lighter and lighter. I wonder if we might actually get to see the intermediate tires a bit, and of course the green striped tires as well then. Going back to the driver lineup, shall we? So so we had Nigel and Alhan in the Mercedes team as well then. Good stuff indeed then. Up next then is the team who came third the stretch last season, which is the Racing Point then. Of course, the last season was good there. Oh goodness me, there is I gotta say there, I think he's steering with his back wheels at the moment, isn't he? I think he might have to change that steering wheel around. Goodness me there. It's like a shopping trolley that was, wasn't it? And Gunnar there is very much under pressure once again. There's Nosey is hunting him down, isn't he? He's like a shark that smells blood in the water. Gunnar, as goodness me, he's going all kinds of welly there on the that Honda powered Red Bull then. In the Racing Point, we have Dan Murphy, of course. He has 47 race starts, the same amount as Gunnar. He'll be making his 48th race start in Australia in a week's time. Then his best position, his best career finish has been second, hasn't it? He has been so close yet so far. Can he get his first race win of the season? That is going to be a question which we expect to be answered. And I gotta say, Twang and Dan seem they can't seem to stay away from each other. Once again, they've been drawn in the same car, just like last season when they was both starting at the Renault team while they're back together again in the Racing Point. Twang now with 25 race starts to his name. He's also had second as well. He crossed the line in the lead in Bahrain, didn't he? But far kept it cleaner. And of course that was at the start of season 2 there. And I think season 3, Twang usually starts off the season really mighty, doesn't he? If he can keep it going, he potentially could be a championship contender. Both Dan and Twang can, and I expect a good season for both those. Up next then is the Alfa Romeo team, which is Mumford and Mulan then. Mumford there starting his second season in ALR. He's had 18 race starts, hasn't he? I don't think he's missed a race since he joined ALR, which was actually fantastic. I think he joined in Silverstone, didn't he? And since there he's been fantastic. His best race finish has been 5th in his career, and he's had a total of 44 race points as well there. And then now to 18 starts, he has had 1 draw today. Good stuff indeed there. And he's only DNF'd 4 times. Good stuff. And Milan there making his debut as well. He was looking good in the Super Cup, wasn't he, Milan? As we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast. Looking forward to seeing what he can do then in the in his first full season. So that is the that is the Alfa Romeo. Up next is the AlphaTauri team there. In the AlphaTauri team we have Echo, of course, made his debut way back in the USA of season 2 then. Good to see Echo back, and he had some connection issues, didn't he, towards the end of last season, and he had to pull out some races. His best career position was actually 3rd, and I think that was his third race or second race in ALR. It was in Brazil, wasn't it? Of course, got pole position there as well, didn't he? Echo did, and they finished on the podium. A really strong event there for Echo, and he is so good stuff indeed there from Echo. He's had 15 race starts, 96 points has been scored by him, and he's had 2 draw days as well. Lovely stuff indeed. Next up is Tansy. Of course, he's only had 4 race starts, didn't he? Was towards the back end of last season. He is his best position was 8th, has finished 8th as well. He has struggled to see the checker flag more often than not then for Tansy, so let's see what he can do. It's a new game then, anything can happen there indeed then. Right then, and I think that the only man left in this is Gunnar as well. I got to say, I think we'll leave it there then. It's, that's the first half of the grid. Then we'll talk about the second half of the grid in qualifying in Australia then as well then. So at the end of that then, so we've done 18 laps around here. I think just to wrap it up then, before we leave Barcelona in the pre-season, I think Gunnar is very much looking very consistent, isn't he? Emerson is looking strong as well. Jonathan hasn't lost any of his 1 that pace, has he? Really good stuff indeed then. And I've got to say, the most impressive driver out of all these guys here tonight has been Mumford. I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do then. Right then, I'm headed off for some sweeties, and I think that I'm very happy with that. We've done our testing. We'll see you in Australia in a week's time. From here, it's goodbye. Oh yeah, I've got to change the way that